What's up, Guardians? Welcome to DNA Weekly Stripe, episode 12, our weekly YouTube Destiny talk show. I'm your host, Corey Derrick, and joining me, as always, is Brian Anderson. Good to be here with you, Brian.
It's great to be here.
We kind of got a lot of information out of the way last week, and this week we're going to keep it a little bit simpler, a little bit smaller show. We're going to talk about our Iron Banner impressions. Iron Banner started this week.
Yep.
And what we are kind of going to go through going into trials this weekend.
Right.
But, first off, how was your week in Destiny?
I mean, pretty straight by the book, you know, completed my Nightfalls, beat the raid with all my characters, stuff like that. Working trying to get towards that 310 light. I know that hard raid's coming out sometime here, and I think that's where you're going to want to be, so just trying to get those drops from the raid. Those 310 are, I mean, it's extremely difficult to get up there.
Yeah, I was surprised, actually, that I got as far as I did with my Warlock, because I've been trying to level up that character, because I feel like I'm at that point with my Titan where, yeah, I'm going to run that raid with my Titan every week, and aside from a couple quests that I've been working on, like, my Titan's kind of stuck until...
Yeah, you're pretty much done with the Titan for now.
I'm
like,
stuck
you run that raid, you run that Nightfall, and then...
Yeah.
Really
the only reason why I use my Titan is to get, like, the legendary marks and, you know, do a few quests here and there, but, like... I've been leveling up my Warlock, and I've actually started my Hunter, which I'm really excited because I have 2 exotic pieces from a Hunter already, which I'm pretty excited for. But, you know, I got through all the way up to Oryx with the Warlock, and then I had to switch back with my Titan.
Oh, that was the... Well, we didn't have a single Titan in there,
yeah.
so I think we needed it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know, I'm kind of in the same place. Like, my Hunter, he's my main, so obviously, you know, I'll do that.
Yeah.
The daily stuff, get the marks with him, and then... kind of switch over to my other ones. And then obviously I've been playing a lot of Banner so far this week.
Yeah, we're kind of hitting that point where we've got a new routine back. We're kind of going through the routine every week now. You know, those Nightfalls though, like they're...
I don't even care to run them, to be honest with you.
I don't either, just because like they're harder and the rewards you get for them is like pretty negligible.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with these Nightfalls. Like, okay, let's add these insanely difficult modifiers, and let's be honest, like the modifiers that they added onto them are a lot harder.
Yeah,
I mean, match game. You know, they had
that one
there was
last week.
It was called match game, where you have to shoot with that type of like elemental to do damage. That's like, come on. Like, first off, you're not giving us very many elemental primaries.
Yeah.
So, like, I have to run...
Primaries are out. You got to buy all this ammo synth for your special and your...
Well,
your
yeah,
heavy.
I mean, thankfully I have the Supercell, so I can run Arc, Void. I can run all 3 and still be above 300, luckily for me. But I'm not, you know, if I didn't have that setup, I would be screwed. And then, okay, like this week, let's make it the Saber Strike again. Oh, but it's going to be easier because it's taken this time. So you don't have to worry about the dropships. No. It's that first part is still the hardest freaking part of it.
Yeah.
Like, I know people are glitching it, and I say go for it. Cause
that week that, you know, I ran it the first time it was the Nightfall, and finally someone jumped in and was like, you know, I was just in the chat, like the fire team chat, and he was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna glitch this part. I don't, just do what you can.
No,
don't even waste your super.
Typically, I don't like to glitch things. I like to, but
I don't
in this
either,
case,
this is a little
ridiculous. Excessive. And then you do all that work, and you get through it. And I've seen strange coins drop excessively. 3 of coins, 5 3 of coins. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I got 5 3 of coins.
That won't even get you an exotic.
No, I got 5 3 of coins, and then I ran the Heroic Strike playlist after that, used all my 3 coins, and got nothing from it. You're telling me that I got nothing from that Nightfall then?
I mean, basically.
Nothing from the Nightfall. You give me 3 coins, which has a quote-unquote chance at an exotic, and now they're nerfed, so you don't get exotics anymore? Like, so you're telling me I ran that Nightfall for like an hour because it was so hard, and now I don't get anything.
Yeah, and like so far I've only run it with my Hunter this week, and I got through, and I got a legendary piece of armor, gauntlets that were like 284.
Seriously, like
I'm a 307 light. What are you doing?
Anything that drops in Nightfall, first of all, should it be at least 290 or 300?
Now, you know what? And this is my biggest issue with the Nightfall. It's not even the drops that suck, but they weren't always great before. They were kind of crappy before. I don't know if you played when they used to drop Ascendant materials.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But here's the thing: you got 400 rep or something like crazy for beating it.
Mm-hmm.
So like you would get like a bunch of reputation, plus you would get the experience boost,
which was
they
nice.
Took both those off, so now you get what, like 25 rep for beating it, if that. I don't know what it is. It's awful.
It's terrible.
But I hear that they're gonna fix it.
Yeah,
that they're looking into it.
The chief designer at Bungie tweeted out, said that they're gonna fix the Nightfall stuff. You know, they're looking into it. They realize it's an issue. They're gonna fix it, which is good. At least they've acknowledged that there's a problem.
And again, I don't have an issue with how difficult they are. I think
I don't either. They need to be difficult.
In terms of difficulty, Rage should be first, and then right after Rage it should be Nightfall. That should be the second hardest thing, because like there's a chance. Anytime you have a chance at an exotic, it shouldn't be easy, and I'm fine with that.
I agree with that.
But and we're able to beat them. Like last week's Nightfall was actually kind of fun. The Shield Brothers, where you could just punch them to death. That was actually entertaining to me.
Yeah.
But it's just not even worth it. Like before that would be literally the first thing at reset I did, run all 3 Nightfalls.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Get them out of the way. Get that buff for all my guys. Now I'm getting to the end of the week and it's like, well, I beat the Ray with everybody. Yeah. I guess I'll run the Nightfall.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's not even worth it. Like I got through the Nightfall last week, and like, I agree it was fun, but I didn't get anything from the Nightfall. I got the 3 coins.
Well, that's why, and I think what we should move into right now is my next topic, which is going to be the Lord Shaxx bounties.
Yeah.
That's how I've actually gotten better gear from that than I have from the Nightfall.
Yeah, that's actually one of the quests I'm working on
That is a quest line. That's the Crucible quest line. And before, you had to beat that with all 3 characters to get those weekly bounties for all 3 characters. They changed that. It's account-based now. You beat it one time, and you have the bounties unlocked for all 3 guys, which is awesome. They're not even hard to do.
Yeah.
And like that's how I got an Ias Luna one week. I got a kind of a crappy pulse rifle, not a pulse rifle, fusion rifle the one week, and I dismantled that one. But Ias Luna I'm loving. That's the legendary Hawkmoon.
Yeah.
And it's red,
I
so
really
it looks
want
awesome.
That gun. It looks awesome.
I've seen it drop in Crucible like once, but I mean, a couple of my friends got Red Spectre from doing the bounties from Shaxx. So I think that's actually a better way than the Nightfall to get, if you're a Crucible person.
Yeah.
But that's
that's actually like,
so that's awesome.
That's actually giving me incentive to play Crucible. I'm not a huge Crucible guy, but I've been actually playing a lot of Crucible lately, doing that quest line, and now that Iron Banner's back, I'm really excited to jump into Iron Banner and play a little bit this weekend.
This week, it started on Tuesday.
I meant this week. That's what I meant. I just get my days mixed up. But I play a little bit, and I'm excited. I'm excited to go play Iron Banner. It's been fun.
Iron Banner. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Now that just came back to us on Tuesday. I know we talked about it last week. We were both very excited about it. A couple of things that we want to clarify that we discussed last week, and we were actually pretty right on.
Yeah.
The armor drops and weapon drops, we were concerned about the legendary marks that they were going to do for that. Well, they did decrease the marks that it costs.
Yeah, it's 40 and 90.
40 for armor pieces and 90 for weapons, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, really, they give out 3 weekly bounties that give 25 each.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 75 right there. That's fantastic. It's very easy to get a lot of this stuff for all your characters.
Yeah.
If you feel like running that much banner, it's very doable to get, because right now they're selling armor piece or class item like the wolf head cloak for the hunter awesome. And stuff like that. You have to get rank 3 to get it, but that costs 40. So with those weekly bounties, you're able to get all the class items for all your characters, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the guns look pretty good too. I know there's a question later, but the pulse rifle that he's selling, I really want. Yeah. It's one of those where it's not exactly super high impact, but there's a perk on it. I already checked it out. You can completely max out the stability on it.
That's awesome.
So that's a pulse rifle that's not going to kick. You're firing that on a straight line. Yeah. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
The sidearm, I'm not a sidearm guy, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks
it's
awesome.
green.
It has the wolf head.
It's got a gold wolf head on it, and it's got a silencer.
Oh my gosh, that looks so awesome.
I probably will try to get all the stuff, at least for my hunter this week, and then I'll start my Titan in there too, because if you're not running a Titan, you're getting killed by hammers all week.
Yeah.
So,
you want to talk about those hammers real quick?
Well, I mean, that's that. I just want to talk about the things that were good. That I just wanted to clarify that Banner is okay, because I was a little concerned about the legendary mark system and stuff like that. Now let's talk about things that I'm really are pissing me off about Iron Banner. Let's go ahead and start with one that really can't be helped, and that's even in Crucible, you got the people that lag, red bar and stuff like that. You're going to come across that all the time. You just got to get used to it.
Yeah.
The thing that's really pissing me off is people who quit out of Iron Banner.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm sure that even I know you probably haven't played it as much as I have this week yet.
Yeah, but I've still noticed people quitting out.
But I played today for, I don't know, an hour or two, and I don't think I finished a single game. I probably played about 7-8 games. I don't think I finished a single game where not one person, either from my team or the other team, quit out.
Yeah.
And even when we were winning a couple times, we lost the guy.
Yeah.
Now, maybe he got disconnected, maybe not. But it's very frustrating. You're pretty much just throwing that game. You know what I mean? You're just kind of throwing your teammates aside, and you're screwing everybody. So I think there's a couple things they need to do.
I agree. We talked about this on the way over here.
To fix this. They need to punish the people that want to quit.
Yeah.
If you want to quit, that's fine. But they need to take something from you.
Yep.
And things that I suggested that really weren't as great as your idea. But I said Glimmer at first, but, I mean, whatever. Glimmer, that's not going to stop people. I said Legendary Marks.
That would stop some people.
Like, if you pull up your Ghost and you're going to cower it out and you're about to leave your teammates high and dry, to go to orbit should cost you 5 Legendary Marks or something like that.
Yeah.
Your idea was better than mine.
They need to take rep away. Like Iron Banner rep, they need to take away from you.
I agree. And I say a good amount.
Yeah, none of this like 25 chintzy crap. I'm
saying like
250, 500 at least.
That'll stop.
Enough to drop you a level.
Yeah, enough because like it just frustrates me so bad. Where I'll be in a match and it's close. Like we're down by like 1,000, and all of a sudden you see in the bottom left so and so bitched out, which is what it really should just say.
Yeah.
Or left.
Yeah.
Okay. How many times when you see one person leave do you see 2 people leave?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're usually playing together.
Well, no, it's not even they're playing together. It's just these people must be so bad that they already have their 5 coins because those max out at 5. Mm-hmm. The ones that if you lose you get one. The medallions. Yeah. They must already have 5.
Must.
So obviously you're terrible, and you shouldn't be allowed to play Iron Banner. And that's how I'm going to get into this point. If you quit a certain amount of games, let's say 5 or 10, you're done for Banner for the week. You can't get back into it for that week. You're done.
Yeah, I agree. If you quit so many times, you shouldn't
be allowed to play Iron Banner.
Yeah. Yeah, and like to be clear, this isn't just Crucible either. This is
Crucible. I could care less if you quit in Crucible. Like, I honestly could care less if I win. But when Iron Banner's around, you only get rep for winning.
Yeah.
It's really hard to win when you're down 6-4.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I found myself in numerous times.
Oh, I agree. I found myself in that situation.
And if we're not down that, the other team's down by it. And that's not fun.
Yeah.
And what's even worse then is that a lot of the times when you're trying to join by yourself, you get stuck. You get thrown into a game that's already going on.
Oh, yeah.
Today I got thrown in. Not only did the other team have heavy and their supers full, what do I have? I come in, I have no heavy. I have no super.
Yeah.
I'm getting hit by hammers every 3 seconds. That is my biggest thing with Iron Banner is people quitting out. That's what just pisses me off more than anything.
Yeah, that first game I jumped into, I was like, all right, this is the middle of the match. I'm just going to try to get through it. And then that next game, I found 2 people quit. I bet 3 or 4 people on my team alone were different coming out of the game than going into the game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's guaranteed that I'm telling you, in the 8 games I played today, not one time did we finish with everyone who started the match on both teams finished.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
They need to do something. They need to punish the ones. If you want to leave, fine.
Yeah.
But they need to take something from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like reputation. They should take rep from you. A good amount of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think they need to take enough rep to drop you level.
Because, I mean, I don't know how many times I've been in games where we're down by 1,000, 2,000, we come back and win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been in that same situation, too. Not that I've been the one getting the points, but...
Every member helps, even if it's just capturing or whatever, or getting assists or anything like that, but it really is really making me mad.
Yeah.
Every game. So... And it's worse than year 1. Year 1 was bad, but it's so much worse right now, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I don't know if it's just because there's so many people that jumped in with the Taken King, or
that's what I'm thinking. I think there's a lot of new people who've jumped in with Taken King.
Yeah, and maybe there's people that don't understand Iron Banner yet, because that seems to be the thing. Because I go and inspect these players, and they're like Their light level's way lower than mine.
Well, and
too.
The light level advantage, disadvantage, or whatever you want to call it, I don't notice it very much. Like
I don't notice it within like the mid 280s to like 300
yeah,
range.
I don't know. You might have to hit
but
and
some of the
like
people
a
that
extra bullet.
With
I saw
like
a couple of 260s, and
yeah.
those guys went down fast.
Yeah.
But like if you're above 280, you're fine
Yeah.
in there. So light advantage, whatever. But it's just people quitting.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I've had enough of it.
Yeah.
And I really hope Bungie. And I think you're right that it's a lot of these people maybe are fresh to it and they don't understand. Like tonight, it won't matter because we're going to run a full fire team, which is really the way that you want to do it.
Yeah,
so you can avoid this altogether.
Yeah.
But like when I play during the day, a lot of the times I'm playing by myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So I find it's just it's almost ruining it for me.
Yeah, I agree. You want to talk about nerfing these hammers real quick before we move into trial stuff?
I mean, I could talk about nerfing those hammers all day long. even when I run the Titan, it just does. It feels wrong.
Yeah. I mean, my main is a Titan.
Well,
and like I was telling you on the way over here, I can get 9 hammers off.
Yeah,
in a super.
9 seems correct.
And if you time those hammers right, you can get 8 and 9 off, no problem.
Well, they need to pick.
And
they need to rearrange
that's not even
the
orbs.
Issue, no, they need to rearrange the orbs on that where because you know how when you pop it, you get a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Not only when you get kills, you get life back.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw as many as you freaking want almost.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me you can throw 9 hammers that can regen life plus you get a shield?
Yep.
Pick one. You get one.
Yeah. I agree.
Put those in a line on the skill tree. Put those 3 in a line. Okay, which one do you want? That's fine then.
I agree.
But plus, then not only can you throw them and they go towards enemies, they explode. They leave some spot. There's just
I agree.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of Titans.
Oh yeah, there's way more Titans than there ever was.
Way more Titans than I've ever seen. I mean, my hunter, I do decent enough, but my super is very underwhelming. Mm-hmm. Even Golden Gun, Night Stalker, don't even try. I mean, Blade Dance is a joke now.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I still see people running Blade Dancer, and I'm like, if I see a Blade Dancer coming out, I laugh at them and pop my hammer and just take them out. Like it's a joke.
I don't know. Maybe there needs to be a longer animation maybe during the pop.
The duration of the super would
too
help
long.
significantly. You should be able to get off maybe 5 hammers. I would say
okay,
5.
I would be okay with 5. Golden Gun gets 3 shots.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, no one's running 4-shot anymore because it's not a year 2 helmet.
Yeah.
You shouldn't get more than 5 hammers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with your shield and the fact that you can. But I mean, good luck in trials if you're playing against 3 Titans.
Yeah. Seriously.
Because they're just, that's 3 rounds right there that they can win very easily. It's very hard to kill a Titan who has hammers.
Mm-hmm.
Every other super, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
The Warlock and their little Emperor Palpatine, those guys are easy to take out.
Oh yeah.
Hammers are very difficult.
Yeah, especially just because they can throw them at a range.
What super are you going to use to take those out?
I mean,
Golden Gun. Like I said,
takes 2
if they have a full shield.
Yeah.
Full life and shield takes 2 shots, which is ridiculous. I don't care how much life you have. 1 shot is all. I only get 3 shots.
Mm-hmm.
You get 9 hammers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as much as it's laughable to me when I use it, but it's a problem.
I mean, it's not like, oh, I don't have a Titan, like I'm jealous of your super. No, I have a Titan. I run it in Crucible, and every time I pop that super, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
Like this is when things are too overpowered.
Yeah. Yeah.
And those are it. Like.
Yeah.
The other ones 100%. Are right in par. Like the Emperor Palpatine one, that's a good super. Mm-hmm. Even for Crucible, you'll get a lot of kills with it. It works. But there's ways to counter it.
Yeah.
How do you beat the hammers?
There's no rock, paper, scissors formula for the hammers.
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be a rock, paper, scissors for everything.
Yeah.
There isn't one for the hammers.
Yeah.
That's my, and I know I've talked about it almost every week on here. It's eventually going to come, and I was hoping it was going to come before trials because I don't want to play against a team of 3 Titans.
Yeah, that's
you only need to
scary.
win 5 rounds. You tell me how easily it would be to win a round just by popping those hammers because you have them for so long.
Oh yeah, I agree.
You only need to kill 3 people. You get 9 hammers, 3 guys. I like the Titans' odds there.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Then if you go against 3 of them, that's they can each decide when they're going to pop their super. That's 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's make or break in trials. So that's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
which is also what I plan on doing, is running with 2 other Titans when I run my Titan.
Yeah. Speaking of trials, a lot of people requested, this is a lot of people's first time attempting trials. It's what, elimination.
Yep.
They want like a beginner, like a shorthand beginner's guide of strategy, and you are pretty much the king of Trials of Osiris.
I know that we did a show on trials before, so that's more of the detailed version. But for beginners, I mean, you just kind of have to get into it. Just go in, no expectations. Don't sit there and be like, all right, we can get to the lighthouse. You don't realize how hard trials is. You don't realize how good the competition's going to be.
Yeah.
The most important thing is, because you have to go in with a fire team. So you're clearly going to be going in, hopefully, with people that you know or have played with before. It's communication, first and foremost, is the most important thing in trials.
Yeah.
Not skill. Mm-hmm. Skill's like number 2. Communication's actually number 1. I've played against guys that, and I don't mean to sound like I'm the all greatest, but I know for a fact weren't as good as my team. But our communication was, I don't know if we were hating on each other that night, because it is stressful, and you will start yelling at your...
It's even more stressful now with the way they're matchmaking.
So, our team was just kind of not feeling it at that point. Our communication was off, and we got outplayed by these guys just because their communication was on point. They were attacking at the same time. They were, shooting at the same guy. Stuff like that. Their revives were on point. They were stopping our revives. Things like that. That's not the number 1 thing going in. Communication. No expectations. Don't expect to do amazing your first time in there. The first time I ran trials, my card didn't look great. We lost it takes a while to get used to it. It's different than anything else you've played. Even that elimination mode that they put in the Crucible, that's a little that's like a very, very laid back version of trials. Iron Banner has nothing on trial. Like if you haven't played it, then it's a blast when you're winning.
Yeah, but it's really stressful when you're losing.
It's very stressful when you're losing, and you just don't give up. Keep trying different combinations of weapons and supers and things like that. But communication.
Yeah.
Just knowing where enemies are at, and like when you're dead, when you die, you can still see where everyone else is at. You can see the guy that kills you. You'll stay locked onto him. Mm. So you can still talk to your teammates. Tell them what's going on. Tell them when they're coming at you. Tell them where they're coming from. Tell them if you've been shot. Tell them if you hit somebody. Mm-hmm. These are all very important things. And hopefully you can snipe.
Yeah, I've watched you play trials. I can't tell you how many times I've watched you play trials. Like, I haven't played trials myself, but like, I see you when you're losing, how frustrating it can be, and I see you when you're winning, and how happy you can be.
It's ridiculous. Like I said, it's extremely fun when you're winning. It's really rough. Try not to get angry at your teammates, because that's only going to make things worse if you start yelling and stuff, and then everyone gets down, people stop communicating, and then things usually go to shit. So, but you just got to go in and try it, and eventually you'll get there.
Yeah.
Or you'll get close. Like, as long as you just keep doing better, because you got to learn the map is a big thing too. When you first jump in, and I don't know what the map's going to be. I've said what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Vertigo. I don't know. You got to learn the map, and this map will be played differently than it does on Banner, because that's controlled. It's going to be played completely differently, and most teams will play it the same. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a kill zone where there's going to be a snipe fest going on. If there's small corners where there's going to be shotgun battles, you'll typically run into the same sort of gunfights in almost every map. Almost every team will run similar strategies depending on where you spawn.
Yeah.
You just got to play and learn them. Just keep playing.
All right, you want to move into questions?
I want to talk about the Sleeper Simulant. The good old Sleeper. Now, I'm a little disappointed.
I was right.
I don't know if I'm going to say that you were right.
No, dude, I was right.
It's not a fantastic weapon, because
it's not the greatest weapon of all time.
Well, they were comparing it to the Gallahorn, so you already shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. Well,
why would you compare it to the greatest gun in the game, and then this is what you give us?
Yeah.
Now, in all fairness, I used it in the raid, And it did do a lot of damage. Like my high impact sniper does what, like 8,000 on a headshot.
Yeah.
Like to a boss or something. This does like 22,000. So you can see where, but like the charge time is awful. You can only hold 7 shots. Don't even bother to use it in Crucible.
Yeah, you're dead before.
Because you're dead before you can get a shot off. I mean, I'm talking about like I can kill you with an assault rifle before you can even get a shot off in that thing. So, but. That's the only, I don't know. I hope they do something with it. I don't know what. It's the charge time.
Yeah.
The charge time is, I mean, the impact is maxed out, but
yeah.
Holy crap, it takes forever to get a shot off, doesn't it? You're sitting there like, all right, it's coming. And then if you miss, oh my goodness. Oh, if you miss a shot, you're just like, shit. You know?
So no. Start the charge.
I have used it in the raid. It was fun. I wouldn't.
I do agree. It's a very situational weapon.
It kind of reminds me of the old Black Hammer. The one when you could shoot and it would just like keep refilling your clip. That was a very situational gun. Like you would use that in very specific parts. Like that wasn't your all-purpose sniper rifle.
Right.
And I feel like this isn't your all-purpose heavy. I feel like this is a very situational. It's for bosses. Just like the old Black Hammer was for bosses. It was for Atheon and stuff like that. So it's situational. That's why it's not the Gallonhorn. The Gallonhorn was all-purpose. Yeah. You could use that for anything.
Yeah.
A big group of enemies, take them out. This kills one enemy.
Yeah. Maybe.
Whoa. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So yes, you were right. It really wasn't that great.
Very rarely am I right. Just let me have this one.
I was excited about it.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed in the quest.
Yeah, that quest.
What was that?
I mean, that quest was relatively easy.
It was like super easy. It's like, oh, and wait,
except you had to wait like a day and a half for a war sat to drop.
The war sats was the hardest part. That was ridiculous. I don't know what was
going on.
They
weren't even hard. You just had to sit there and wait for it. Like
it was taking like hours. Where were they all at? They were all myself. They definitely dropped.
When I was doing it, I found myself playing Super Meat Boy on my Vita while I waited for these stupid war sats.
I should have been playing my Vita during it. But yeah, Sleeper Simulant. It's
okay.
It's okay, but I did see someone running it in Banner today.
Oh boy,
I killed him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably not.
And then I used my new emote on top of him. Yeah, the Matrix.
Is that what you got? I got a couple of them. Did you get the Carlton one?
Yes.
Yeah, I did too.
I know. I'm ashamed to say it, but it was a gift card so I could get Taken King. Yeah. Someone got me a gift card. It was like $50. Mm-hmm. So I had money left over.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I had. I had like $14 left in my wallet. So I was like, I'll buy $10 worth of silver.
I had $10 worth, and I was like,
I bought the bow too.
I got The Matrix, one of my favorite movies. So. Mm-hmm. But we can go on to questions. I know you wanted your moment there with the sleeper.
I did. I almost forgot. Thank you for giving me my moment.
I wasn't gonna not give you your moment. It was there. Isn't that great of a weapon?
All right, we're gonna move on to our questions. I'm gonna butcher this first name. He's in the community all the time. I'm sorry. I should just call him LL. But his name is Lysandro.
Oh yeah. I don't know how to pronounce your name either, but I see you all the time in the Facebook group.
I'm just gonna call him LL.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sincerest apologies. We kind of touched on microtransactions last week, so you can download that episode. But they're not really ruining the game for me yet. I like the emotes.
I like them too.
Yeah,
I like how when you use them, they say different things down on the bottom. Like when I use mine, it's saying that I'm taunting.
Yeah.
So that's cool, and
I do like that.
I don't think they're gonna go any farther than this.
I honestly don't think.
I think they're gonna make enough money off this shit. I really do.
If they do, it'll be like shaders and emblems, maybe.
Which I'm also okay with.
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with that. There was a rumor floating around Facebook today that they were adding stuff like weapon parts and like chance to drop better gear, like items and stuff, and that scared me. But
I don't like that.
They came out and tweeted right away that
they're not going to do that.
They didn't. They're not going to do that. So
I don't think so either.
That's good. But
was that the question?
No, that was the first part of the question. He wants to know what we think about. They've kind of reduced resources.
Oh yeah, I heard about
weapon
this.
parts, and 3 of coins being nerfed, and also we already kind of talked about the Nightfall stuff at the beginning, so we kind of covered all of his stuff in one thing. But like,
yeah, he's wondering what's going on with all these drop rates.
Yeah,
they're garbage right now.
Yeah, I agree, especially the 3 of coins thing.
I don't even use it. I mean, oh gosh, what's the point now? No,
I mean,
that's partly our fault.
Yeah. They exploit?
Yeah, it's partly our fault, but
I mean, it was there.
It was there. I used it.
And I can't tell you how many times you were screwed during year 1. So like,
well, yeah, I mean,
needed that.
They gave us a chance to control our own fate a little bit, so I took advantage of it. But now, like, the drop rate is awful on them.
The only time I find myself,
barely get it. I barely get anything from them.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little lucky. I ran my 3 legendary or heroic strikes this weekend because I never finished them last week. I did get 2 pieces of exotic gear for my hunter, which I'm pretty excited about. I got a helmet and some gauntlets.
Did you see that you can re-roll exotic armor now?
Yeah.
And it costs something that I think Zer's going to sell? What do you think about that?
I mean,
is it just going to re-roll like the intellect and stuff on it?
I don't know.
Is it re-rolling the perks? I thought exotics had set perks.
Yeah,
I'm really confused.
That was the point of the exotics. Is that
I might have to try it. I think I'm going to try it on one of my pieces.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to try it on a piece that I don't really care
about. Like I have I picked up a 310 Alpha Lupi for my hunter, and I had a 300 sitting in my, so I'm going to try it on my 300 and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, is it just going to change, like, the intellect and stuff? Which, like I said, for trials, I care about that stuff. That stuff's very important in trials.
Especially intellect.
Intellect and discipline all the way. So that's when things get interesting, like, because I remember year 1, I would run very mix-matched armor, like, just for stats alone. I didn't care what it looked like. You know, when I run like PvE and stuff, I don't really care about that stuff. So like, I try to make him look as cool as possible. But for trials, I didn't care what he looked like. I was putting on whatever gave me my highest intellect and discipline. But that would keep my light at 34. So I can't do that yet because now I have to run certain armor that keeps my light high, and like it's not as great. But so can I reroll that stuff? Because that would be cool for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be kind of like.
I think that's what it is.
It's got to be
that. But when you read it, I think it says like perks too.
It did say perks on it, which is
confusing because I'm like, wait, I thought they had set perks, but maybe not.
I guess we'll find out. This weekend?
Tomorrow. What, Friday? Whatever.
Friday. Anyways, hope we answered your question. We kind of went off on a tangent. Melissa Davis, friend of show. I'm still relatively new to the game and use primary and auto rifle, sniper rifle, and rocket launcher. What are the best weapons to use to get ready for the raids? All of the raids, because she has not run them yet.
Not an assault rifle.
No, I wouldn't.
Sorry.
I would say if you're.
There's
your
one
primary,
choice. There's only one choice.
What, scout rifle?
Scout rifle. Scout rifle, sniper, machine gun are actually the tops for me right now. Before it used to be scout, sniper, rocket launcher.
Yeah. But
the rocket launchers kind of suck.
Yeah, unless your Titan have that astronaut helmet.
The tracking with all rockets or whatever, that's pretty sweet. But scout rifle,
I still find myself
definitely
using machine guns a lot, or the sword. But
or sword. Yeah, I like the machine guns, especially for Crucible.
Yeah.
Before it was nothing. Like if you ran a machine gun, you were a fool. But now you're seeing them a lot more, especially the raid one, which I don't have, and I've been killed by it in Banner. I couldn't tell you how many times. My Ruin Wake is good, but not that good, so I kind of get worked over. But, yeah, those are the guns you want.
Yeah.
Try to find a really good scout rifle.
A lot of people are using 1,000-yard stare.
That's a fantastic sniper. You can buy it from the Vanguard vendor for 150 marks. That's a fantastic sniper.
Yeah, that's the one I'm using.
It's good impact, good stats on it, so that's a good one. I know a lot of people, and I think it's your fault, are running Hung Jury, the Dead Orbit scout rifle.
I can't tell you how many people I've turned on to that scout rifle.
Well, I mean, it's not just you. I actually ran across a lot of them in Banner today. I was killed by Hung Jury quite a few times. Scout rifles are really becoming popular in Crucible. They're kind of taking over hand cannons because pulse rifles are always going to be there. But before it was pulse rifle and hand cannon. Now it's pulse rifle and scout rifle. Very, very interesting. So, yeah, scout, sniper, and machine gun or whatever your best heavy is. That really isn't a big. But sniping, which sounds like she already does.
Yeah.
She said sniper. Yeah, good. You're gonna want that. Sniping is for bosses. That's what I use it for. Primaries for all the ads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then heavy when you're in trouble.
Yeah. Thunderlord.
Thunderlord's fantastic. Someone posted in our Facebook group and didn't know what the Thunderlord was.
Yeah.
I saw that. I laughed. I was like, that was one of my first year one exotics.
Yeah.
How did you not know about the Thunderlord? Yeah, it's fantastic. I love that gun. Saved me in many Arc Nightfalls. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Or Skolas and stuff like that. I used it. When you had to go against the Hive and it was Arc Burn, I always used Thunderlord there.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Don't get me started on President Veldos right now. John Montegudo. I'm sorry. He's from the PlayStation Nation podcast. He's a really cool guy. I played with him the other day. That podcast is really cool. They're pushing 500 episodes on that podcast.
We got 12.
Catching you guys.
Catching you. Watch out.
I hate all my weapons except my .299 shotgun with full auto called Dead Regnum.
I don't know. Was that like the Dead Orbit shotgun?
It must be. It might. Yeah, I think so because that's the shotgun that I have.
I got a year 2 party crasher. I was super excited about. Yeah, there's a year 2 party crash.
I knew there was a year 2.
Oh, I got it. I've been using it.
I'm really jealous of you right now.
Yeah, it's really good.
My question is, have you been disappointed with any of the gear from Iron Banner? Do you think he says the weapons he offers don't really motivate him to level up an Iron Banner?
No,
but I mean we've already.
John, is this John? Yeah. John, I'm talking straight to you. Did you look at that pulse rifle he's selling? I don't know if you really looked at it. If you inspect it and check out all its perks, you can completely max out its stability. I'm talking max. Mm-hmm. That pulse rifle is gonna fire on a straight line.
I wonder if you looked at it and saw the impact wasn't
very
The
impact
high.
is garbage, but they are not putting out high impact pulse rifles. That's going to be the Trials one. Mm-hmm. The Trials one, I think, it's not as good as the Messenger. They're not putting anything out like that.
No.
Messenger, Hopscotch, those guns kind of destroyed. Mm-hmm. They had their run, so they're not putting out the high impact, high stability ones anymore. But, yeah, the pulse rifle is amazing. Now, I think where he's coming from isn't so much the stats. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe it's the fact that they're all 280.
Maybe
is a little underwhelming, and in that I agree. I was like they should at least be like 290.
Yeah.
I was a little upset that they were 280.
Yeah, I mean at first I was, but then you think about like the people going into Iron Banner and stuff. Like should already have run the raid like once or twice to have weapons to infuse into these.
Not necessarily. I mean, you got to think like not everyone can get a fire team of 6. We have this great community that we've come up with on Facebook and the people that we talk to and the guys that I've played with and you've played with. And it's a fantastic group and it's easy for us to get people together to play. Not everyone has that.
That's true. I don't know. But yeah,
so I'm just saying, like,
they should be at least
like
290.
Banner is now, in Crucible, if they don't want to drop anything over 290, whatever. And actually, I've gotten stuff dropped in Crucible above 290. So why can't this is Banner? This is like a higher up version of Crucible.
Yeah,
these things should be higher up than 280, and I think maybe that's what he's talking about.
Like maybe these weapons are supposed to drop too, right? If you're doing
now, if it's anything like year 1 Iron Banner, things don't drop till you hit rank 3.
Right.
So that's why if you're playing and you're like, I haven't seen a single drop yet, it's because a lot of people aren't rank 3.
Yeah.
That's how it was in year 1. You had to be rank 3 for weapons to drop. And armor didn't drop in year 1.
Right.
Just the weapons. So maybe that pulse rifle will drop after you hit, and it'll have Headseeker on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the perks to me were, I want that pulse rifle, and I want it for Trials.
Can I just say I really miss the gunsmiths re-rolling thing?
You know how much I miss it, but that broke the game too.
Yeah,
that was like, because then the guns that dropped, like now they feel special if they drop and they have the perks that I want. That gun is special. Mm-hmm. Before it was like, okay, every person is running the same gun with the same perks.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of the perks, they got rid of shot package on the shotguns.
Yeah, that doesn't. Really
you won't notice a difference if you're running any year 2 shotguns, anyways.
Yeah, but Okay, moving into our next question.
Oh, but the sidearm looks awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I would I don't think I would ever use it. And it's 90 cool. marks, so it's like, oh, do I really want to get but it's a green sidearm. I mean, I think we already talked about it.
We did.
I just think it looks so cool.
It does look cool. It's worth mentioning again. It's cool.
I don't think I would use it though. I really don't. 90 marks. That's a lot of marks for something that's just looks cool. But if you like sidearms,
who likes sidearms?
I've seen people very successful in Crucible with them.
I guess the Isola runs the sidearm sometimes.
Oh, does it work?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But this one, I think I'm gonna actually end up like trying to get it.
Yeah.
And like I said, that pulse rifle looks awesome.
It looks cool.
I think it even has third eye on it.
I wish all the weapons he was selling had that skin on it, though.
Well, the pulse rifle's green.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the cool wolf heads on it.
I think it does. I don't think they're gold though. And I don't know. I didn't look at it that close. I was too busy looking at the stats.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want this. So if you know what to look for in a pulse rifle, unfortunately, it doesn't have head seeker, but that would just be unfair.
Yeah.
So.
Megan Green writes in, I used my Spark of Light on a hunter.
Good choice.
And was wondering which subclass is best to start leveling first. I already have my Night Stalker unlocked.
Well, it depends on what you're going to use it for. Do you plan on running raids and stuff? Because, like, one of the most useful classes, and I think is almost worthless at sometimes, is Blade Dance. I actually think she should go Blade Dance first. Especially for raids and stuff. Going invisible, like Nightfalls, you don't realize how sweet going invisible and getting a revive is until you need it. Mm-hmm. So I say go Blade Dance.
I have no opinion because...
Or Night Stalker. Night Stalker is a good choice. That's a great PvE class. Blade Dance is both good PvP and PvE.
Well, there you have it.
So it's the one that I use the least, though.
Yeah.
Except for Nightfalls. I swear that's the only thing I'll run in Nightfalls is Blade Dance. And then the Crota raid, all hunters ran was Blade Dance.
Yeah.
Because their supers before the Night Stalker weren't really PvE related. Like, the Golden Gun was worthless. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, I get 3 shots. It won't do any damage to a boss. Yeah. Like, you can barely kill one yellow guy unless you're running Nighthawk. So, I say go Blade Dance or Night Stalker, which sounds like she already doing Night Stalker, so she's got it. She's good choice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At CodFanFF from Twitter asks, have you found any weapons you're taking into trial? Yeah. He must play Call of Duty. Have you found any weapons you're taking into #Trials of Osiris this weekend?
Yeah, I have a couple. Number one, there's a Vanguard pulse rifle that's called the Apple of Discord. I know it. I have gotten a lot of people to buy it. It's a pulse rifle. It's a Haka pulse rifle, so it fires 4 shots in each burst.
Did you check to see if the perks are the same on it this week?
No,
because the perks on it last week were pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't know if the perks. I don't know. Someone told me that they changed. I don't know if they do. They might. The perks last week on it.
And let us know.
Yeah, well, we can look tonight. Yeah, but you could also write in.
We'll forget by the time we leave here.
I always do. So the Apple of Discord, it's a pulse rifle. You almost have max stability, head seeker, and full auto. Disgusting. So that is a good choice. Red Death, great choice. Bad Juju, good choice. And then I told you about the Ice Luna that I picked up. Yeah. The legendary Hawkmoon. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Now, I know that there's some good scout rifles too.
Yeah.
Hung Jury, fantastic. The Warlock specific one.
Yeah.
Pronounce that for me, please. Talak?
Your guess is as good as mine.
How do you say that? Tlalloc. Talalak. Talalak? That doesn't seem right. Anyways,
Talalak.
That thing's fantastic. So
Talalak.
It kind of I don't know what he has already.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a legendary gun that, because you only get the Red Death if you had your one.
Yeah.
But Red Death is great. Bad Juju's great. Apple Discord. Hawkmoon still works. Ice Luna. A couple of the assault. I don't run assault rifles, but I've seen a couple of guys using them in Banner, and they're working pretty well. Some of the Arms Day weapons are pretty good. He's dropped a couple scout rifles. The Suros scout rifle was really good.
Yeah, I actually have that one sitting.
There's a lot more, like you kind of have to go in, and Banner's the perfect time to try them out.
Your weapons in Iron Banner before you go.
Like I'm moving weapons around almost on every map. I want to see what weapons work best on what map, because really, like, I know a lot of people run the same weapon no matter what the map is. I will use different guns depending on what map I'm playing.
Yeah, I find myself doing that more and more. Like, you know, I'm trying to think like you do. Like, in the big open spaces, I'll pull out my sniper rifle, whereas, you know, some of the corridor stuff, I'll definitely use your shotgun.
Well, I'm talking even more primaries. Like, there's different kinds of pulse rifles. There's long range, high impact. They shoot a little bit slower. If you're on a bigger map, Frontier, where it's wide open, you want to use a pulse rifle like that. If you're playing on a map, Vertigo, which is a little bit smaller, or Sector, whatever, the 619 or something like that. I don't remember the number, but like little tiny maps, you want to use like a Bad Juju or something that's shoots a little bit faster, and especially in those tight corridors, will work better. So I change my guns all the time.
Yeah.
Secondaries, if you like the shotgun, I know early on in your quest line, he dropped a shotgun called Conspiracy Theory. It was a 300. That seems to be working well. I did get a Party Crasher, but, you know, that dropped me after a Crucible game, and I haven't seen many of those drop. But that is fantastic. Snipe-wise, 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to see, a lot of 1,000-yard stare in Trials.
I've already seen a ton of it in Banner and in Crucible in general.
Yeah, I use the Arene RR4, but I'm getting outshot by 1,000 yards, so I might have to switch back to mine.
All right, our final question. Jeff F. from the Facebook group says, I've been enjoying Destiny a lot more lately, thanks mostly because of your awesome Facebook group.
I do love that Facebook group.
I know. I can't believe how many people are like really helpful and really...
It's a great community.
Yeah. I really love it. I'm glad that we decided to do that, for sure. I've even made some friends and run a fire team with them regularly now. You guys are creating an empire. LOL.
A tiny one.
Yeah.
Gotta start somewhere, right?
Well, yeah. My question is this. Has Destiny, your podcast, and even your Facebook group allowed you to make new friends and make the experience with the game that much better? Thanks for creating the group and the awesome podcast. Catch you online.
He made a great point. Like, I know the guys that I played Trials with in year one, Burning Hay, Silent Snipe, those two guys specifically that I play with. Now, on a regular basis, I talk to them at least a few times a week, either in a chat party or something. I think they're from Canada. Great guys. I mean, that I talk to now more than like some of my friends that I know like in real life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of guys that I've met. Even this other guy that I've met through my brother. His name's Parks007. That I play with him now almost every week, and I've never met him, but I mean, he's a super cool guy, and I know you've met even like the guys in our Facebook group. Todd Oxtra specifically, I know I've played with a lot. Harrison, Pork Chop Nation, I've played with a lot.
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah,
Joey Hydro. I mean, those are just some of the ones I can think of off the top of my head that I've played with that have been extremely helpful.
Kyle Waite is another one.
The
Phoenix Overdrive guys we've played with a couple times. Ray.
Yep.
You know, we've met a lot of cool people doing this, and like, you know, I've introduced you to a couple of people that, you know, just by doing this show and my other podcast.
Yeah, it's extremely cool the people that I've met through this game. Because like I've said, I never played another video game like this.
Yeah.
Where I've reached out so much to other people. Like, I know Call of Duty, I played that a lot. I only played with my brother.
Yeah.
Like, I would get on and play with him, and we would play together, but we would never, like, get a huge fire team of people together to play that.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, you have to with this game, which is what's great about it.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I was done for a while. I mean, you know this. In year one, I was done right before Dark Below came out. I came back for Dark Below. You know, I played through the story.
Right.
And, you know, I didn't touch the game again until House of Wolves came out. And, you know, we hadn't really talked in a while, and you're like, you know what, you should come over and play Destiny with me. I'm like, okay. And I was stuck at that level 26. And, you know, you ran me through my first raid, and I met a couple people through you. And then, you know, we started DNA.
And then you got the Galahorn before me.
And, yeah, I did get the Galahorn before you. My first exotic.
At my apartment, right in front of me.
I did. It was, yeah.
Awkward.
what were we doing? We were doing Prison of Elders.
We were Prison of frickin' Elders, and you pull a Gjallarhorn
out of the chest.
I'm like, leave. Just leave. Just go. Take your Gjallarhorn with you.
No. But, even just by doing stuff through DNA, and, I've been grateful to meet cool people from other shows and other sites and Facebook groups and stuff. And, they've all been supportive of us as well with the community group and now the Destiny community fire team group. And, I can't express how thankful and how cool these guys have been. We've helped them out. They've helped us out. If we need one more, we pop in the Facebook group. One of them is very helpful. Yeah. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of everybody who's been a part of this process.
I totally agree. I've always said that the Destiny community is it's a very rare group of people. Mm-hmm. Most of the people that play it are extremely cool. Yeah. Extremely helpful. They'll help you even when they don't need stuff.
Yeah, it's been the Bungie community as a whole anyway.
I don't know if that's from Halo. I didn't
back
really
to
play
Halo 2 and 3, when those games were popular. And now into Destiny, the Bungie community as a whole, there's always going to be a few bad eggs in there. But, they're always helpful. And, having this smaller group for us, we can weed out those bad eggs, and we've created a community where it's safe and fun for people to find people. There's no anybody saying we need a 302 light level beating the raid kind of crap.
Oh no, you definitely don't have that in the group where it's like, okay, well you definitely can't because you don't have this. And they got rid of that with the Gjallarhorn. Mm-hmm. Thank goodness. That's actually a good thing. Yeah. But yeah. Facebook group's great. This, doing this podcast has been a lot of fun, and I appreciate everyone.
Yeah,
I've been a part of it.
I've made a ton of new friends, and it's been great. So, thank you all, everybody in the community, listen to the podcast. Just thank you everybody for making this an experience that we enjoy doing. That said, you want to talk about anything else before we wrap up?
I finally nerfed the Black Spindle.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
I was hoping it wasn't going to happen, but it did.
You know what somebody did, though? They took one of their weapons, infused it into a raid weapon, made that weapon 310, and infused it into another Black Spindle and got that up to 310. And I saw that on a random Destiny post, and I was like,
that's
a lot of work.
I have the weapons to get it back up to 310, but I actually haven't been using it that much lately.
Yeah.
I didn't use it once during the last raid I completed, so.
Yeah.
I have a 307 high impact sniper, the Irene. I
have a 307.
That's what I'm saying. So that exotic slot doesn't. I mean, if it had the old perk where the old white nail perk, I would do it in a heartbeat. But whatever. I'd rather run the Sleeper Simulant. All right, I think that's it.
On that note, thank you for listening to DNA Weekly Strike. This has been episode 12. Remember, you can join our Facebook community, DNA Destiny Fire Team. Look it up. It's a great community of people. We have about 120 people in there that love the game just about as much as we do.
Yeah, it seems that way.
If you need to do something in your game, join it. Everybody's willing to help. Xbox and PlayStation people in there. So check it out. You can find us on YouTube at the Digital Nerd Advocates Network. You can download the MP3 of this show on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and the Xbox Store every Sunday, or you can catch it early on Thursdays right here on YouTube. And you can find all of our Destiny coverage on our new website, digitalnerdadvocates.com/Destiny.
Nice.
This show will go up. Our fire team stuff, when we record that, will go up there. We may or may not do a couple walkthroughs. We haven't really decided yet, but it's all there. digitalnerdadvocates.com/Destiny. And until next week, we're out.
Good hunting, Guardian. Bam! Let's go kill some stuff.